Yeah, how are you so far? How are you so far? How are you doing?
So far, like, I'm good. Wacha nianzie tu na hapo.
Yeah.
It's been currently, like, I'm part of organizing another event per
Okay.
se. So basically, in it Actors Day Out. Basically, it's what I've been working on, like logistic part of it. Is everything set for that day? Is the location the right place? Is the film ready? Basically the venue, the theme, how is the look and feel of that, how will the look and feel of that event be? Yeah, basically it's just more of coordination and logistic part of it.
Yeah.
So after the meeting, I've been doing some research. I saw even Tony did send us a sample of how we're gonna be working and collaborating as artists.
Yeah.
I feel I've also been doing some research on around, like, what can bring us together. Like, already tuko na community yenye yuko part of, like,
Yeah.
ni nini, what are we lacking? You see, like, yes, ni resources, but how can we work within our resources yenye tuko nayo? Yeah, it's a lot, because of late doing the research I've realized, like, there is opportunities, but ziko so limited, alafu everyone is fighting for it, naona. Yeah, now it's high time we do that for
Get
ourselves.
that. I
Yeah.
like vile umesema hiyo ya because you already have a community because that you know I think most of the time because I'm also getting my head out of that sometimes I think hata discuss vile I know ideally artists go sometimes when I feel in isolation uko peke yako kama you're doing something alone but then you actually are surrounded by people who have done that thing and are doing those things and
Yeah.
we're already in a group in a community that tumeform kitu yenye iko poa and it feels nice for everyone so like why will we wait to not make it something and usually the best things so zinaanza hivyo actually I think even your question Tony alikuwa atulize hata says if you're given let's say if group yetu ipewe a million saizi I think we will still struggle and we wouldn't like make the best thing in the world si
True.
ndio so I feel like
Yeah.
hiyo kukuja pamoja already that is the source then I'll doing the rest of the things pamoja
Very true. Alafu, you see, like, yesterday I was listening to a podcast. I like Abel alikuwa naongea ako, like, yes, people think that we have a whole budget for a film, but most of the time we just talk to, yes, we just talk to the community we have, like, I'll come say I have this project, yes, I'll pay you, yes,
yeah
but can you also, like, chip, like, can we, like, ana sell vision yake vizuri. In short, you sell your vision very well, people will
yeah
buy into
yeah
it. When you get to sell your vision very, people will buy into it, imagine. And the fact that we understand our struggle, we understand the industry so well, so that's what else.
you know
If he's there saying
yeah
hi.
yeah we understand our struggle understand the industry very well uh-huh
Yeah.
yeah
So hata train of thought yangu imepotea kidogo.
I was talking about the Bolmotua
Oh yeah,
the
you were
podcast.
saying, like, hata saizi, funny thing, hata ako, like, with wenye unaongea na wase wenye uko around na wao, like,
Yeah.
na calling ko, like, I have this project I'm selling into you, nini nini nini. Later on you'll give that person royalties at the end of the day, because at the end of the it will sell.
Yeah.
I will come and sell it. At least up and go, like, yes, tulimpatia, yes, we did this, but you know that there's something else in the future. Like, you'll be, there's safety into it as well. And that shows that already akona plan from pre to, like, distribution, like,
Yeah,
unaona akona plan hiyo yote. I sell the vision to you ndio uweze ku come in ko, like, okay, let me buy into this idea. It's amazing, and it naka iko na potential kubwa and whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, that is what one thing I picked from him yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hiyo podcast ni gani? Hiyo yake inaitwaje? Ama ni wenye huwa anakaa chini
No,
anaongea?
no, hata imagine alikuwa kwa mic check. Ilikuwa
Ah.
alikuwa guest kwa mic check.
Something but like
Mm.
producing and distribution those are like two main channels and yeah, I feel like I need bado I have ideas around it, but I need like a tangible thing around it.
Hmm.
Hata kama it's something small, so then I can like build around it, because the rest I feel kuna a pathway I see. And yeah, so I don't know, so that's why pia niko very interested kuongea na wewe, because I don't, in my head when I see Muniu, jina Cynthia Muniu iko next to producer and distribution. Would you agree? Ama ni mimi nakupea
No,
titles
imagine funny thing. I have many hats. Like,
yeah,
um, I've done directing before. Like,
yeah,
nimeenda film school, and I majored in directing. So at like starting off my directing journey, nilianza internship in Kina,
mm,
nikishadow like the directors in Kina. Like that's
wow,
Gatonye. There was Mwadulo. There was
wow,
someone
okay,
called Isaac. So hapo ndo nilianza directing journey, like just shadowing. And but it was like for less than an year.
mm,
Then kidogo kidogo I got to have Ruben as my mentor as well for a project.
mm,
Ilikuwa inaitwa Pink Lady. That is me just being a director. And then niko like, alafu there's this part of me, like I'm a very, naulizanga maswali as a director, nitaanza kuuliza maswali zingine at set mwingine akaniuliza, unajua unaweza kuwa producer by the way.
mm.
Like I just like the logistics, like organizing, like things having a flow. Niko like, let me try it as well. So I did a short film for a competition ya KFC. So where I was the producer as well. Niko like, okay, it's a tiresome job, but anyway, I did it. Then also that recent short film I did, I was still a producer and director.
Mm.
In between I got venye tunasema like uka get curious and go like, okay, yes, I'm shooting my film. Okay, yes, me as a producer. And then what's next? Like nitafanya nini nayo ku get like ifikia wase now the distribution part of it.
Yeah.
So like I saw an opportunity that was inaitwa AIDA, which was the African European Distribution Academy, which I applied for, and they were teaching basically about distribution. So we did a master class, like it was like more like 3 months program in a way. You're learning distribution and how it works in Europe, that is in Germany, and how and what you can borrow, and like vitu zingine zinaweza apply, zingine haziwezi apply, considering we're still a growing industry. So hapo ndo nikawa curious about distribution. I'm still learning and unlearning some things,
Mm.
but at the end of the day, I'm trying. Like you see with cinematic, I got a fund of starting a distribution company that is Tazama Africa Filamu as well, which is part of,
Oh.
yeah, which is part of also cinematic portal. It's cinematic portal is it's a co-produced um uh let me say company, quote unquote, yeah, whereby Tazama Africa is distributing and also marketing. It's marketing, and that's what, like that's how cinematic portal was born as well. Yeah, just
Hiyo tazama, sorry, wacha nikuinterrupt. Hiyo tazama sina. Tazama?
Tazama African Filamu.
Yeah,
Tough.
tough. Oh yeah, tough. I think nimeona jina tough. Is it like a pre-existing company ilikuwa ina pre-exist ama ni mmeform imekuja pia it's new?
It's new, it's a startup
Okay.
basically. It's just a
Mm,
startup trying to figure out how distribution works.
yeah.
Like especially for like festivals as well, how zina run, like if I'm
Mm,
submitting to there's a film unajua, this is purely like for festival.
yeah.
This is for like this is for a platform. Alafu unajua nowadays I like the way like nowadays like as filmmakers tumekuja kurealize there's a nini, si lazima film yako ushoot then iende to YouTube direct. You
Yeah.
can do a lot of things with it and recoup something with it, which by the jana ndio nilikuja kulearn like the first 2 weeks after producing a film, after launching a film,
Mm,
that first 2 weeks is the um hiyo ndio unafaa kuwa umemake. Kama uta make any recoupment of the money you used,
yeah.
it's not gonna come back. The first
Mm,
2 weeks you rely on that, like how you push your film. So
yeah.
yeah, unaipush sana, naona, and that applies like, do you have a community, who are your people,
Mm,
where are you gonna put it. But basically what was I saying, like uh lifespan ya film is a lot. Like unaweza pata there's a film that was shot like in 2000, something happens in between, hapa kitu tu globally happen, film
Yeah.
in a surface then out of nowhere. You never know. That's the
Yeah.
hard part about like films and stuff.
I think most people just feel okay, nimefanya, nimeput all this and then kwa hapo watu watch. Imeisha, now let me move on to the next thing, but like it's not really
um,
sustainable. But also kenye niko interested now, and especially with us and with our side of the continent, like pia easy films when you talk about kwenye zinaishi where they
mm,
live, because like hivyo vile umesema kuna old one in a resurface nini, I think I would also really love kuona like a place where kuna films I can go see old films zile zilipotea, zile zenye
mm,
zili premier wakafanya but sasa imeishi kwa drive folder ya mtu like you know those and
yeah,
those maybe those lost files. I know I have looked online, kuna some couple of websites, kuna ingine sijui inaitwa Kenya Seed sijui what, kuna few nimeona zenye ziko na like ni database ya
yeah.
African, like old African film, but like
Okay, interesting.
how to make it actively alafu tena isikue alafu the ubaya thing ni most of the time hiyo place ni easy this iconic ones zile za kina Jibril za kina Osman Sembene.
Mm,
So I mean yes
mm,
those are iconic and they are canon na tunafaa by the kukuwa na like place if we refer to like you know African cinema na vitu zetu tutafanya we need that, but also like I would love to see also like a more accessible place because most of the time nazipata ni some weird telegram link ama kitu obscure haiko like in a good platform, you know.
eh,
Yeah, and I would love to see that because most of the time hata akina Showmax unakuta they push a lot on newer the new thing, the new show, the new TV series,
mm,
but like where the older ones like is on there.
yeah, ziko hapo. Hata come to think of it, okay, zingine tunaweza sema ziko YouTube but no one knows, you are not aware of
Yeah.
them being in YouTube. Kama juzi I found my cousin watching there's this film Border Love. Niko like, okay, kule umelipia like kule iko Showmax. Niko like no, niko
Yeah.
YouTube. Niko like, what do you mean niko YouTube? I wasn't aware of that. And it's a nice film. Like unapata sijui pia this is pia itakuwa, I don't know how to say, is it the producer man hata wao like just tell people to watch your film as well. Like I feel yes umeiweka YouTube then you expect not everyone will see it.
Una expect automatically iko YouTube kila mtu ataona.
Like you still have to push it as well. Like guys, go do this. I have a film. Talk about like create a buzz around it as well. And unaona
Do you feel kuna because I like that, do you feel inakuwaga nini because I am now in niko space yenye tumefanya something and we are the
mm,
three of and we are three guys, we've made something and it's out, and you know whatever the circumstance and the you know the learning lessons and enabling shit was like an awesome
mm,
experience, like mind
yeah,
you know changing and also life changing, but also pia kuna unaona pia kuna those gaps and kuna vitu unahitaji kuimprove, and also the thing we
mm,
are saying like you can't wait until for my big film don't I go all out on it, it's hii film iko mbele
true.
yako ni hiyo
Ni hiyo baji.
ndio
Ni hiyo. That's a
hakuna
big
ingine.
film.
Yeah, hakuna
That's
ingine.
a, that's a big film.
Yeah, so like but mbona watu hawa ama ni mimi mbona mi sioni watu wakininigi vitu za ama ni 'cause ama they already do it, maybe I've not seen a lot of it and then unachoka, then also time maybe you have to go and now look for other money to do things like, but I rarely see hiyo na especially
Uh,
kwanza na umefanya kitu kubwa, ilikuwa na budget poa, ilikuwa na something, you know, something good.
mm,
We'll talk about the returns and profit and all that, but like at least better just in the face value of it, like as a human being umefanya kitu ndio imetoka, and there's something hata kama it's a small part of it umechukua, it's for yourself, but like ama ni nini naonea watu.
hata I feel like hii inakuja more okay, naweza isema inakuwa sasa ni a person nitasema um it's like a habit that people think that okay, there's another bigger thing in the future. Like you're not in film peke yake, hata ukiangalia in general life, like they
Yeah.
fail to see what is like in the present moment. Like you fail to see what is there. No, no, like us with when we're organizing like these premieres for films, every time we organize each, we like tunakonga like this is the one, by the way, this is the one, the hii ndio tunaenda all out.
Yeah.
And the good thing about it, like hata when ukicompare na yenye tulianza nayo, which is in Feb, kuenda na the one in May, we did it on May, utaona a huge difference.
Yeah.
Unaona ko like yeah, beyond the first one, the Beyond Cupid, it was very nice. Nile tulitoka hivi ko like, man, we've pulled this thing off, like
Yeah.
we've pulled it off. Oh my god, made I can't believe it, but we gave it our all. Hatukuwa tunajua the next one itakuwa lini, but after that ndio tulikuwa like tunaulizwa when is your next one, niko like oh shit, we need to organize a next one. Go like okay, sawa sawa, the next one we learned from this other one and made it even way better and believing in it. Go like sai kufikiria ya inyo ingine, for now let me make this one big. It's inakuja bado into like ni wase tu acha niseme ni mtu like unaona future yenye like just be present in short.
Yeah.
eh
This is for like you mean yeah, directors, producers, I imagine like the entire crew. These are
yeah, give it your every department, like give it your all. Imagine una hiyo crazy idea yenye unakwanga nayo, like mtu atakuwa sijui
yeah.
like just do it. Hata unasema hii shot yangu inahitaji sijui nini, like figure it out. Like nowadays we are no wonder we are creatives.
Yeah.
No, no,
Yeah.
you can make it work with that little that you have. Your budget, yeah, like the last still we had a like it was a short film, 6 minutes, and it's a silent film. We were like okay, so we have this script, it's very nice. Atuna budget ya kuhire, like funny thing, we shot with an iPhone 4, was it 14 Pro Max? It was an iPhone 14 Pro Max. Tulikuwa tuna mics hizo like thinking about boom and stuff, ko like okay, how tutafanya video to figure out about sound. Tuko like yes, tunaweza chukua ambience, but then we can make it a silent film because it's a very emotional film, it's about grief. So like let it work that way. Naona hatuna sound, but then it worked. Naona hatuna like, and tulifanya premiere na African Female Collective as well, na tukafanya another premiere online pia with a group of filmmakers from South Africa, and were like oh my god, this is a very nice film. Ukiulizwa like it's the little things that like kenye unaweza work around, si lazima uko na a huge crew like ile like everyone like, just figure it out and make it, do it. Imagine fanya na hiyo yenye uko nayo saizi and make it the best, like give it your all in short.
And writer's room. I don't know if you've worked on a TV kind of thing before.
Yeah, but I wasn't I was more of interning where
Yo.
hapo ndo nasikianga kuna client amesema hii, client amesema yeah, client
And also just your experience at writer's room, which we also did with sugar shots. Like we kind of got a preview of how that was, as much as it we were writing and directing, but we got a feel of how the sugar now TV kind of thingy do it, which was interesting and but not just in an indie space time as a director it's easy for you because it's your thing and we're excited for it to do it. Producing sometimes though, I guess maybe because um your mindset you're outside most of the time watu wakiona producers wanafikiria producer ni mwenye anakwambia hii ndio limit yako, you can't go here, but like if you and a producer tells you that thing that you want to do, that small thing that you have that way you want to do it, I'll actually do it, go for it.
uh,
Yeah. How much do you come and when did you producer, director, creative, entire?
about na produce na
Yeah,
direct.
but also I also think I want to produce not just because of of the monetary return, because I see those contracts. I know at least for big projects, yes there is, you'll have to deliver and do the project and all the whatever on paper roles, but also I think producing is very, it's kila mtu anataka director
Yeah.
But producing na ile kuna kuproduce, the craft of also producing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel I need to do, I need to have some insight. Like there are so many dark corners I've not yet explored. So again, producing and distribution. So
Mm.
unaona inakuwa interesting kusikia.
Yeah, as a producer, I feel like yes, you have to have the creative like
Mm.
the creative aspect. Maybe let's
Yeah.
say for a script, unajua this is the script. Like you may go through it. Yes, you'll go through it. You'll have to have that creative aspect of the script and translating the script. The visual part of it ndo unachianga director for like wewe visual deal nayo. Now let me now think hii location tutatoa wapi na tutaitoa na pesa ngapi. Director, hii location is it working? I feel like it's a stretch for our budget, so like you try and balance. Wetu ni kazi yako tu ni like finances, like let us not overestimate. Na pia as a one thing I've learned as a producer pia ni very important to have a creative producer juu wengine wako like hawata understand vision pia ya director as well. Wata end up kuambia director hii haiwezi work juu hatuna do, but kunafaa kujua okay, we can compromise on this but this we can't. Unajua
Yeah.
know what will work, what won't work. Mm.
For me, I when I'm not doing film, I have like creative check that I can get into that world and be consumed huko. But
Yeah.
unaona as you know, in the creative space kuna hizo ebbs and flows. Kuna time uko hivi, so you want to do something ama even because to be creative you can't, ukitaka kuwa creative huwezi shinda tu kwa film, but by the way huwezi shinda set because you
Yeah.
keep doing the same thing. You also have that time to go and live and to experience into and life. So yeah, I think I definitely want to get to the aspects producing and doing that. But I will.
It's possible, you can actually. Nakumbuka we met kwa residency ya nini
Director.
ya directing. I was nilikuwa like, oh my god, you're such a like, okay, now it's good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. um nakumbuka like tunaambiwa like kuna time tulikuwa na groups we're being told like to we think of with Licarion we think of a story. Ungeta like anytime you answered a question or asked a question, I would have to ningesema that girl is like there's something about the way you think, there's I can't tell exactly what, but you're not you're not thinking like the like you have a very nice, okay, amazing way how you interpret things, especially like scripts, especially stories. Like would I get, okay, I didn't get that aspect of it, okay, this is interesting, now I can see it. I like that about you.
Many praise, nasikia vizuri.
Mm,
Asante. Hey, but then your directing thingy, it was nice. It was a good.
mm,
It was again. Of course, it leta pamoja, ikaleta this nice group that we have. Which I have a question for you.
exactly.
Kwa hizi interviews zote uko towards the end nauliza watu. Nakumbuka tulikuwa tukama up na jina. Yeah, whatever this is. So I've asked everyone. So that question is coming at the end. But it's curious hizi kwa
Okay, sawa, hata sifikiri.
yeah, nitakwambia na genre ilikuwa gani, but yeah, so yeah, anyway, yeah, producing, I really want to dip my toes vizuri and to really have a good experience of it and to shape it vizuri.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like the, there is a creative thing it can also satisfy in me.
Okay.
Yeah, because si kila kitu right in a direct all the time the vision. Sometimes you feel una feel fulfillment also kuona mtu umeleta vision yake to life, unaona amefurahi,
Yeah.
unaona ako like happy. Like I don't, sometimes you want to be the one clapping for people, and be like, you did it.
Yeah.
A lot more male producers. I know female producers are the best now wako kadhaa, but like in the
Mm-hmm.
mainstream space, it's mainly men.
Okay. Maybe let me see.
I would say it's
Uh,
mainly men. As much as says for your trend, yeah, oh, there's a lot of women producers because also yeah, women tend to do the work very well and do a lot. But like I
mm,
feel, but in terms of work, na deliver, women producers are the ones to go to. But in terms of prestige, na hiyo, oh, the genius producer, you'll hear mainly men in that conversation.
Uh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Which you go like, nah.
Imagine funny thing Miss Joy. Najaribu kufikiria male producer mwenye nimewaka na yeye. Maybe
Zero.
maybe
Rumba.
okay, lakini okay. As much as he's a producer,
Mm.
okay. There's he's an executive producer. Acha niseme nimuite tu hivyo.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, he's more of an executive producer because nitapata producer ka the recent film yenye tumefanya Tides,
Mm.
Winnie was the producer.
Ah, Winnie who?
Uh, Winnie Adisa.
Ah, okay.
I hope I pronounced it right.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Because
Yeah.
hata kwa Sugar, as much as alikuwa producer, but the line producer and Don was doing most of the work was actually like Winnie.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay.
yeah. But
Mm.
I get now what you're saying. Nimeget napata in those like the move the head and stuff
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah. Even in the executive part of it.
Yeah.
Well, like I was like, I also like in filmmaking, especially in the Kenya. I think tulikuwa tunaongea tukiwa kwa hiyo meeting yetu vile most of the time because then we know the state of we know where our industry is like kwa hiyo
Mm,
timeline and kwa continuum and we know we're making things work and we're doing great work and we're getting there but
yeah.
for me sipendagi or at least with where we are sipendi maybe kuambia watu oh you know I struggle so much to bring this as much as
Mhm.
ni kweli but I struggled so much. Like it's so hard. So guys, come support because of the word support. Come
Yeah.
support. Like I spending at least kuanga in that way to the audience to tell that to the audience. I mean, I can tell my fellow critics now like what kwa project pamoja. But
Mm,
audience wise, I think nataka wakuwe enrolled in that vision.
yeah.
You know, that
Yeah.
producer with the money, that director with the no, money, yes, but also like doing well, driving. Ile mpaka niko like excited nataka because unaonaga the thing with the underdog and like what on most not I realize even in the Kenyan politics that's why we keep kind of electing celebrity like people like to be associated with somebody who got successful like kitu inafanya
Mm,
vizuri so hiyo in a way ukisema oh, I'm out here struggling kuna vile iko like watu wako like hey, okay all the best you know
yeah.
but I feel
Hata
like
wanakuja kusupport hawakuji like hawakuji because wanataka kukuja naona hawakuji because they are looking forward to no wanakuja tu this is my friend let me go
let
no.
me support let me na kuonea also I was nilikuwa na watch nini I think not like a radio nilikuwa nasikiliza radio conversation enye this actor Mugambi I've known him Kisia like I don't know him I've heard of him and anaitwa
Mm,
Mugambi mwenye alikuwa hata is actually I think
yeah.
alikuwa
Yeah.
anaongea about hiyo show yake hiyo fragments and alikuwa anasema vile you know even when we talk about our films we say oh go watch a Kenyan film go watch a Kenyan like but wako Kenya mimi ni Mkenya we're going to watch a film tunaenda watch movie tunaenda watch TV show see
Mm,
a Kenyan like because ukiweka hiyo Kenyan ile like okay because hizi nikifikiria about nikikuuliza what are your top 3 films the whole utaanza ukisikia tu just the name film unaanza kufikiria you know the good day the kina I don't know Nolan or whatever the people you like
yeah.
but I also have some Kenyan films that what do you like unaona kuna hiyo separation so kuna hiyo Kenyan film aesthetic imewekwa in a box ya you ni wa kuwa support na kuwapea
Mm,
motisha then kuna an actual film yenye naenda kuenjoy ina challenge vile nafikiria about life yenye you know so I feel like
yeah.
that shouldn't be there so I think we need to really not that fake it till you make it, but we really need to have that because it's also part of marketing, as you know, and producing marketing distribution is building that
Mm,
illusion, but also then in a truth, like this is a thriving industry.
sure. It's how we package ourselves honestly. It's how we tell people like come out. I like the recent films zenye zimetokea of late. There's Tides, there's Memories of Princess Mombi, there's Anam's Week. Like when you're package like in terms of tell me like hata kwa social media like zilikuwa tunazifuata, ziko kwa nini yangu, kwa highlights zangu, like
Yeah.
I could see nile niko like now, alafu the fact that sija nini imesell out, nilikuwa nataka kwenda kununua ya Garden City nani
Sikuski?
on my mute mic, sorry.
Sikuski? Oh, pale. So,
Like,
but I think kulikuwa nasema something about selling out.
yeah, niko like people are I think tumediscover we are discovering how to package ourselves more, because I like how the recent films zenye zimetokea, like venye wanazi, how as creatives try push the direction we are taking into, like we are making a lot of noise,
Yeah.
hata watu like, we are making a lot of noise, like come watch this, come, like this is in cinemas, the fact that all this was cancelled in a cinema, like what in the watch, I was like, damn, this is oh, I was so excited about that.
Same. I also like it. Napenda your movement. You know, like kuja come what. Me hata the reason nilienda coach and I'm joking because everyone I knew at least and everyone I was talking to have a watch. But like have you seen like don't spoil for me like
Okay.
ile form may pata form or like
Mi ndo niko nayo sahizi, niko na hiyo fomo, niko like yo, after this call, I don't know, sijui hadi niende Kisumu ama ni watche tu kama but
I
anyway,
know. But
I have
it's so fun. Like I feel as much as zimekuja and
mm,
people are talking about vile zote zimekuja once in a month na tunafaa ku figure out how to stay sustainability. But while we are here, I feel it's good to celebrate. Like
yeah, but zote zimekuja August.
yeah,
Okay.
like kumekuwa like this whole zote zime hata zetu hata hizi shots zetu zimetokea August.
Eh,
So
yeah,
we
this
were
is
talking about it
interesting.
in a different group, and people were saying, Akina Churchill, and even they were saying, we need to space them out, whatever, and all that. But like, you know what? Yes, we will do that as we move forward. But like while we are here, I mean, I like a moment thing, like a moment thing that
Mm,
like See, people always do that as much as yes, maybe some unaweza kufikiria okay next month touch nini ama the previous month actually kulikuwa empty
yeah,
vitu mingi zimekuja but I feel ni sawa for this one because it's happened and we are here and people always do that. We see people online unaingia babi unataka unaenda na Oppenheimer like it happens
exactly,
yeah
exactly.
and it's a good like moment thing. I don't know. I love your moment vibe to it because
Mm,
unakuwa excited like the next one nataka December nitakuja. Next one this
sure.
one. Na, na, na.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it as well. Like, tuone hizo zingine. I like, yeah, tuta figure it out. We are all, hatukuwa hapa nasema,
Yeah.
like when I was in school, watu walikuwa, ilikuwa different conversation. People are not talking about going to cinemas to watch like a film that you know someone shot, like
Yeah.
no, it was very, ulikuwa unasikia let me go and watch, kuna Avengers imetokea, let me go to cinema and watch Avengers, unaona, like nowadays you're like let me go to cinema and watch Tides, let me go to
Yeah.
cinema, unaona,
Mm.
that's a different conversation, like we're learning and unlearning things at the end of the day. Things at least people are aware, like kama the audience you're building with Cinematic Portal, because Cinematic Portal, what it does, like we premiere films,
Yeah.
we premiere short films. So far we've done short, because tumepata like it's very hard to know, like it's very hard to premiere a short film ikiwa solo. Why not
Mm.
like premiere like let us package it in a
Mm.
way that we can now bring it to the people,
Yeah.
and if the filmmaker tapata like my movie premiere, my, you see, my
Yeah.
short film premiered at this, yeah, it was we dressed like the whole, you get the whole aspect of premiering. um what was I saying? What was, my train of thought imepotea. Sorry about that. So I like that aspect of like utapata saizi short films in a premiere, that is incredible. Naona hiyo ni
Mm.
kitu watu
Mm.
tulikuwa tunajua tukishoot short film tunaweka kwa YouTube, hapana,
Yeah.
hii si lazima, imagine.
And I
And
like your point tutasema about your ulikuwa unaongea about conversations could change. See they saying kama time
oh
change.
yeah, and
Mm.
they're changing, tuna evolve pole pole.
Yeah.
Right now at least you're thinking about there is also the financial part of the distribution part of market of a film as well. unaona, there's stages into it, ni pole pole. Kama saizi tushaanza kufigure out, you need to market your film, you need to make noise with the film, ndio watu wajue there is a film you need to go and watch. After that, okay, that's part of distribution as well. You need to know where to tap in these other channels of distribution. Wacha ifikie watu, wacha iende like Mombasa, Ikisu, like every county, si tu Nairobi. By the way, watu wanataka kuwatch film, other counties as well want to watch. Naona, let us, ni culture tuna create pole pole, and it's working.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it has one thing. You see, there's a culture in Kenya, unajua utapata like most of the European Western countries,
Yeah.
wao waliintroduciwa film kitambo,
Yeah.
like in schools it was part of their program, so growing up they knew, they had a culture of it. Me personally, nikiwa shule, like primary school, high school, like there wasn't kulikuwa na drama stuff, but it wasn't like film, it wasn't film, so tume grow up bila hiyo culture.
Yeah.
Nowadays utapata wenye wana grow, like wenye sisi wako high school, like primary school, at least hawa wata grow na hiyo culture in mind, meaning 10 years from now we'll be talking some other different conversation,
Yeah.
or 5 years from now it will be totally different.
Yeah.
My thoughts.
And even easy, yeah, and even easy conversations, they're good. Like actually stuff, yeah, actors and acting and set pieces and whatever. These are like good actual indicators. In hindsight, when we are, like next years when we're looking at the trend of how things changed, those are
Mm.
like markers in the timeline, yeah, could grow. Like that's how people grow with conversation or change. Okay,